Well, what we have here is one of the three, and I think the best of the three, of the Ventnor City, Casablanca, and Teletouch fans that I was finally able to pick up. So this one is from December 19th, 1984, and technically not first year in Teletouch because they came out at the very end of 1983, but still has RMM1 in it, which is fully functioning, and I think that is really cool. It has this K4L loop arm light kit and cane blades.
So because this was by the shore, the light kit is actually turning green a little bit in some spots.
So is the down rod too. Not like green, but it's a little corroding. But everything else on it looks totally fine. This would be a very pleb fan if not for the cane blades and the light kit, but still very cool nonetheless. I'm gonna put it through demo mode. And because it's RMM1, the beeps are very high pitched.
They were low pitch at first, but after it was running, it just gets much higher pitch.
It's just I don't know if I've heard that phenomenon before, but I guess that's what happens.
But I've had other RMM1 fans that get lower pitch as it runs.
This also came with, I don't know if it was this fan in general, but out of the three, it came with a white W11, which is awesome. I've only had one before that I got from a Saturn like 2 years ago. Wobbles a little bit, but apparently it was worse when Matt first tested it.
I had this fan up once before a couple weeks ago, and it wobbled like crazy, but this time it's just not.
So that goes to show that sometimes depending on like how you configure the blades, like in what order, it either will or won't wobble, which is weird. All right. Dim the lights just a little bit. Speed 1. So the other fans I'll probably video on my own, but it was another Panama exactly like this, except there was no light, and then a Zephyr with stencil blades, also in white and polished brass, and with a K4S. Just in case you haven't seen, they've shown up in other videos that we recorded today, but if you haven't seen that, that's what the three fans were. This feels like a bit of a fast speed one, but I don't know if that's just my imagination.
And one more funny thing, when I actually went to pick these fans up, it's a miracle the glass didn't break, because the seller had this fan and all the parts sitting on a piece of cardboard in the front lawn, and a huge wind gust came by and just completely flipped the cardboard over when it was like just the glass left on it.
I actually didn't know that.
And one of these shades ended up hitting the concrete, but miraculously nothing happened. Yeah, that was a little crazy.
So yeah, these shades are original. These are a bit of, I don't know if I actually have these yet, because it's like half diamond crystal, half floral.
I really do like that. That is really nice.
The Zephyr also came with interesting shades that I don't think I have yet either. So I'm probably going to keep this one exactly as you see it, because the combination looks great in my opinion. But the other two, I'll probably put the cane and stencil blades on other fans and maybe sell those. Because normally white and brass really isn't my thing. This combination is really doing it for me though, so shall stay as this.
It's a pretty stunning fan.
Four. I feel like we've had decent luck with RMM1 fans working, although maybe I'm just reminiscing on the positives because we did have that Four Seasons disaster.
Yeah, that one was
redone.
That one was completely dead.
But I mean, the Cambridge I got both Cambridges I got worked just fine.
Well, my Cambridge was actually converted to a newer IntelliTouch when it was originally RMM1.
Oh.
And the new board they put in it also failed.
Really?
That fan is like cursed. So now for the third time I gotta replace that board.
What about your Victorian? Did that one work?
Which Victorian would that be?
Your RMM1 Victorian?
It does, but the LDM appears to be failing.
Mm.
But for now, it actually does work.
Oh yeah, I also had that all polished brass Panama where it worked just fine, but the light board died on it.
And then
those light boards are like impossible to find to like replace, by the way.
The other Panama 5 that came with this one actually does not have an LDM in the switch housing, which is really weird.
Yeah, that must have been like an optional thing at first, or maybe they didn't include it with fans that didn't have a light kit. I don't really know, but I've seen that more than once too, where the switch housing, there's just nothing in it. Like there's the connector piece if you wanted to add one of those boards, but it's just empty. And speed 6.
This is also, I would say, the only fan out of the 3 that doesn't need new bearings.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that these are like actually dead silent. One of the very, very rare instances where you don't need to replace bearings.
If you do run it without blades, they will hiss a little bit, but I mean, it's really nothing.
I can't hear anything as it's running right now. When did you put these like instruction manuals up here?
Oh, I've been collecting those, I guess, as I acquire fans, and I just put them up there. And I just noticed that one is about to fall. And now it's getting crazy high pitch. So, can someone please explain that to me, why that happens with RMM1? Like, why it gets either higher or lower pitch as it runs?
I've never heard of one getting lower pitch. That'd be interesting to hear.
I only have one fan that gets lower pitch.
I feel like the spin down is going to be like forever, so I'm going to end my video here. Casablanca. Yeah. Stop spinning.
All right. That is all for the Casablanca Panama 5.